My boyfriend demands I have his name tattooed on me down there so I'd be officially his, so I am marking this relationship's ending. I've been dating my boyfriend almost for 2 years. Recently, during intimacy, he brought up this wild idea about him tattooing his name's property on me down there so I'd be officially his. It caught me off guard, but since we were in the middle of roleplay, I just went along with it and said yes to that since it was just bedroom talk. Fast forward a few days, and he casually brought it up again asking if I'd be okay with him tattooing that phrase on me down there. I thought he was still joking, so I played along sarcastically, telling him I'd love to get it tattooed, thinking there's no way he was serious. Now 5 days after this incident, he actually ordered a $800 tattoo pen. I was so thrown off and honestly felt super weird about it. I told him that I thought he wasn't serious at all. He got really disappointed and said he was serious because he'd already tattooed my name on his collarbone. Since he knows I don't want a visible tattoo, he figured this would be a good compromise because no one else would see it but him. This seems controlling to me, and this controlling behavior has been surfacing more frequently as he insists on knowing exactly where I am at all times and gets upset if I don't respond to his texts right away. We ended up having this ridiculous argument yesterday. He's upset, saying he'd gladly tattoo my name or anything related to me anywhere on his body again, so he can't understand why I won't do this one thing for him. I told him I wasn't okay with this, and eventually, he calmed down and agreed to drop it, but I can still sense that he's mad at me and upset that I wouldn't do something for him that he would do for me without hesitation. Honestly, I can't believe this is even a real argument. I know this is serious, and I don't want to ignore the signs, but it's hard for me to look at it that way because I love him more than anyone. He genuinely loves me, always checking up on me and making sure I'm okay. He's always there for me, even in my hardest times when no one was there to help me. I'm genuinely worried about how our relationship could escalate, especially considering he has a short temper and has been so controlling recently. What should I do? I feel really bad and suffocated when I'm the reason he gets upset regarding something. Edit. He's never shown any manipulative signs before, cares about me a lot and never made me feel like I'm a burden to him in any way. He's moved countries for me, quit his job and gone through the hassle of finding a new one near where we live now. He stopped talking to his parents because they don't like me and wouldn't accept our relationship because from their POV I have too much influence on him and that I am distancing him from his family, when in reality I am not in all our disagreements. Even though he's short-tempered, he's never yelled at me or showed any signs of hitting me. Always respected my boundaries regarding literally anything, except a couple times when he annoyed the poop out of me asking my location 24/7 and who I'm hanging out with, which happened recently. He's close with my family and my friends all like him. I haven't told them about the recent stuff. It's not like he's ever tried to isolate me or anything. He came up to me today bringing up the tattoo thing. He admitted that it was a stupid kink and fantasy he had in his mind, and he got carried away with. He said he was truly ashamed and disgusted by how he reacted to it. Feels horrible for making me uncomfortable with himself for even having such an idea. It really got to him and he started crying, saying he knows this recent controlling behavior is damaging our relationship, says he needs second chance and hopes I don't give up on him cause he genuinely needs help. He had been thinking about his behavior from the past months and it had been bothering him, but he was unable to address it to me cause he fears I'd break up. He kept apologizing, saying he wasn't thinking straight when he ordered the pen. He made it clear that he won't ever force me or pressure me to do anything or get mad for things if I don't want to do it and won't second question my decision ever again. He suggested we go couple therapy and he's ready to work on himself cause he feels like he's losing control over his actions and doesn't fully understand why this is happening. Update, 2 weeks later. I had been thinking seriously about breaking up with him because what he did 2 weeks ago. Things started getting back to normal and he was acting fine until 4 days ago. I was out with my friends at this cafe, and I told him I was going out but didn't tell him name of cafe. I told him I'd be home by 7. I lost track of time and my phone also died. It had been almost 8 and I see him walk in the cafe towards me. I still have no effing idea how he knew where I was since I didn't tell him what cafe. Neither my Fords told him anything. I asked him and he ignored, saying he got worried I wasn't picking up calls so he came to check up. I didn't argue much since we were in public back home. I confronted him because it's so effing creepy and my invasion of privacy. He never answered my question, then says me that he can't trust me anymore because I've been distant since the tattoo situation, and every time I'm with my friends he thinks I'm plotting our breakup and distancing myself. Rants bullshit like this for 15 minutes until I'm fed up and I tell him I want to break up. He looked completely shocked. He didn't say anything and went straight to the guest room and locked the door. I panicked because I thought he might do anything stupid. I don't trust him regarding all this now but said he needs to think, so I left him alone. I didn't sleep. It was around 3:25 a.m. when I hear thud sounds outside my room and I go to the guest room and it was a mess. He's completely drunk and had red eyes. I didn't know for God knows how long he had been crying. He looked like a completely different person and then says to me that he loves me more than anything and can die for me and would do anything to make me happy and doesn't understand why I can't forgive him for that one mistake he made 2 weeks ago that he's deeply regretting about. Also said he's not trying to control me but he can't sit silently and watch me walk away. He will change himself for better but won't let me leave ever. I didn't want to talk all this while he was in this state, so I started to leave the room north. He stopped me saying he will give me space and time however much I want but won't let me break up with him and keep coming back to me until I figure this out and get WTHD him back. I was so taken aback by how he was reacting to all this and what the F was he saying? I still can't get this line out of my head. It keeps repeating. I'll make you see how much I love you even if you don't want it. I'll do anything to make you stay. I don't care if it takes months or effing years. Hearing all this, I actually started fearing him for the first time. He was completely different, so unrecognizable. And it's also wrong on so many levels. I knew what I had to do, and I knew if I started to pack my bags that second, I don't know what he might have done. I went into our room, didn't open it. 5 hours later I found him asleep on the floor. I get out of the apartment and currently staying in my friend's house. Been 3 days, and he had been contacting me non-stop to just talk to him once in person. 834 missed calls and a gazillion MSDS came to my friend's house to talk about where I was staying, but I refused to talk. I'm a mess right now. I don't know how to effing handle this situation. All my things are at his apartment and I don't want to face him, especially now. I don't feel like talking to him right now. It's also effing creepy and I hate myself SM right now that I still love and care about him after all this and the poop he pulled 2 weeks ago, and I cannot do anything. I don't know what to do. Where did I go wrong and why is this poop all happening to me? I did everything I could to fix all this, but he's just changed so in the past months. I don't know what to effing do. I am losing my mind. Why the F? I still love him. I literally don't know how to get past this situation.